Carol Walker, BBC News.
Retirement years may never be the same again when the baby boomers of the 1960s start drawing their pensions in the next century. According to Age Concern, those in their 30s today have grown up as avid consumers with expectations of a high standard of living. And in retirement, it's unlikely that they'll settle for less. Our Consumer Affairs correspondent Nicola Carslaw reports.
I think Bali just looks wonderful. It has fantastic...
At her comfortable home, on maternity leave from a job she enjoys, Alison Kelly feels a long way away from the age of retirement. 30-something, she's been brought up in a world where all mod cons are available, where you can shop around. She's keen to ensure that once she reaches old age, she won't lose all she's worked for.
We see our retirement as a holiday time. We want the money to spend it as if we are on holiday, not as if we're sort of penny pinching and having to watch everything. I mean, even now, when you go shopping, you don't look at supermarket prices, you just buy what you want. I think that mentality will continue.
The baby boom generation takes for granted the choices that were born in the optimistic 1960s, in the consumer explosion after the deprivations of the post-war years. But today's study highlights fears of less choice for the millennium elders, of an increasing gap between well-heeled and poorer pensioners.
So many of the baby boomers haven't married, may not have children, families are smaller. Are you going to need care? How are you going to get that care? Will the state be able to help you, or will you actually have to save for yourself? These are important questions. The earlier you start to ask them, then the better you will be prepared when you go into retirement.
This 30-something employment lawyer says her generation will have to be more self-reliant in old age, but the government must also take steps to prepare for the impact of so many pensioners.
I think perhaps phased retirement age is linked to the length of one's working life should be introduced, and perhaps an increased state fund to provide some type of insurance which is means tested.
Age Concern predicts more rationing of care for older people and fewer younger people to be carers. But today's 30-somethings will be so numerous in old age that no government will be wise to ignore them. Nicola Carslaw, BBC News.
As many parts of Britain continue to bask in the heat wave.
Oh, but now he'll probably like...
Portable air conditioning units and instant relief. The boss of this sports promotion company had no doubts when he put in an emergency order to buy some.
Yesterday, I hit the table, that's enough. Need to get some kind of aircon system sorted out, which cannot work.
Sales of such units have jumped by 30% in the heat.
People are really getting at each other's throats. People come in first thing in the morning at 6 o'clock.